So it's one. All right, it's 2 o'clock. We'll go ahead and call this meeting to order. Can I have a roll call, please?
Chief Thornton,
Here.
Chief Pinion,
Here.
Pike, Hayes, Heffling,
Here.
Chief Phillips.
All right. First item on the agenda is approval of the minutes from the December 22 meeting. Those minutes have been sent out. Is there any questions or any comments about those? Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion.
Got a motion of Chief Pinion. You have a second?
Aye.
All right, awesome. Roll call, please.
Pinion,
Aye.
Heffling.
Aye.
Well, I have no old business on the agenda. So we'll move to new business, which I have no new business listed on the agenda. Does anybody have any new business here today that they want to bring up? All right. We'll go to the DFR monthly report. Chief Phillips.
So in December
Decatur Fire responded to 296 Alpha Bravo Delta calls. Of those, 287 calls were within the 9 minutes, giving a 97% fractile. In the PJ, there were 15 calls that Decatur Fire responded to, and 100% of those were within the 13 minutes. EMS coordinators report of stat sheets since December 2022 marked a full year since we've been gathering these stats. I've shortened it down, so I gave you 3 months of stats and then the 1 year ago month, just for comparison there. So we had a total of 1,391 calls. We had 13 rolled calls last month between all of our calls. 542 of those were medical transports. For EMS coordinator's office, we had 10 time exemptions submitted for the month of December. 7 of those were approved. Most of those were related to weather from, I think it was the 27th. But we had 3 of those 10 were denied because justification was not met. We had one truck issues. We had one ambulance that broke down during a medical transport carrying a patient back to their residence. There was another truck sent to that, and that turned out to be just a minor incident. That truck was returned to service pretty quick. We had another truck that was responding emergency traffic to a call, and they were, I think, T-boned by another vehicle. No one on the ambulance was injured. There was no patient on board the ambulance at that time. I think that truck's still out of service for repairs. No formal complaints have been submitted. We did have one call filtered to me from the mayor's office of a gentleman that was having an issue with the billing company that I don't think Decatur Morgan even uses anymore. But that gentleman was sent to Decatur Morgan management to have that issue resolved, and he seemed like he was happy with the outcome of that. So that's all from my office. Any questions?
Any questions? Thank you, Chief. Next on the agenda is the Decatur Morgan monthly report.
So for the month of December 2022, we responded to a total of 1,394 calls. I don't know where the 3 call difference was. We transported 1,110 patients. In the city limits for the Echo, Delta, and Bravo calls, we responded to 308 calls. There was a total of 314, 6 of those were rolled. That put us at, we met 277 of those in the 9 minutes. That put us at 88%. However, some of that will be corrected with the time exemption forms that were submitted. In the PJ, we had 27 calls that we responded to. There were 28 total. 1 was rolled. We met 18 of those calls within the response standard, and that put us at 64%. But again, there was a time exemption or 2 for the PJ. For the Alpha, Charlie, and Omegas, in the city limits, there was 229 calls. We responded to 225 of those. 4 were rolled. We met 221 of those. That put us at 97%. In the PJ, there was 14 calls. We responded to 12 of them. We rolled 2 of them, and we met all 12 that we responded to. Because of the 2 roll calls, that put us at 86%. We rolled 13 calls in total, but we had 11 calls rolled to us. There were a few calls that we rolled that we ended up taking back and then met the response time on it because we had a unit be able to come available in time. I've also found some discrepancies that I've talked to 911 about a few. I found a few more today when I was looking through these stats. So when we get our quarterly report, we'll have the stats updated for December in that.
Okay.
And we're working on an action plan right now to be able to address some of the issues with that, with the PJ. That's where it seems like we've had a few issues this last quarter, and we're working on an action plan for that. And I have that we had 11 time exemption forms that we submitted, and only 7 of them were approved, or 8 of them. There was 4 that was denied, 7 were approved. think is what I had. I may have miscounted though, so.
I got any questions? Off the top of your head, do you remember what your October and November percentages were?
So for the city, October was 91%, November was 94%, and in the PJ, we were 79 in October and 88 in November.
All right. That's all the questions I got. So we have no discipline reviews, presentations. Has anybody else got anything that they want to bring forward today? All right, I have a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
We have a second.
I'll say.
All in favor?